Well, folks, I am back. Yes, I'm in my house coat and I'm back on to chat to you the full time reaction of that game. Very good game to watch. Obviously, there's some positives we can take from the match, and then there's some negatives we have to move on from. But Celtic will either play Real Madrid or Borussia Dortmund in the playoffs. So I'm just going to show you this here just before we start going and talking about the game, just to give you a perspective of what is happening. Share this bad boy. So here's the table. We're unseated. We finished obviously 24th in the table, and we're either going to play these two. That's what's going to happen. So I'm just going to scroll up. Oh, where's it gone? I think it's. I literally had it set and go, basically just showing all the structure and all. But Idah, not Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, got confused. Real Madrid at Bayern Munich. Don't know why I said Borussia Dortmund after playing Borussia Dortmund the match day too. Palmer didn't really do well when he came on. I thought Bernardo played well. I thought McKeown tried to get stuck into the game. But their third goal, the position of Liam Scales, I know it was a counter-attack goal, was just shocking defending. It was never a penalty as well. I know they get awarded a penalty. It was never a penalty. And I'm glad he done a David Beckham or a John Terry, if you want to say, and Rose Ed. But look, with Kyogo moving on, without Jota, without Maeda, without Carter Vickers, without James Forrest, I thought we'd done a really good account for ourselves in the highest stage of European football, especially away from home, and Idah getting two, quick goals to equalise, to bring us back into the game. He'll take a lot of confidence from that tonight. As I said at half time, for folk that were being doubting the guy, lay off him. It's in not any shape or form he's earned a 9 million price tag. Definitely not. He's a lot of work to do to bounce back. But two cracking finishes, and I'm delighted for him. Look, I'm delighted as well to see Daniel Cummins come on and make his Celtic debut as well. I know Dane Murray came on, and look, the fourth goal was atrocious defended by Dane Murray, but look, he's still young. He's a lot to learn, and we should take it on the chin tonight. And it's not an embarrassing result. We take a lot of positives from tonight. The young players getting a chance, Idah scoring, Kasper Schmeichel pulled off some really good saves as well tonight as well. So we definitely need a new striker, 100%, even with Idah scoring, and hopefully Celtic will push to get Kavista in by the end of this week, because the transfer window is a Monday. We need to get that sorted as soon as possible. And you know what? I'll give the credit which due. Greg Taylor thought he was outstanding. I thought he battled really well down that left flank tonight. He deserves a bit of credit tonight. As I said, Liam Scales, he just looked frustrated at times. Looked all like he was all over the shop, and there's times where he got stuck in and he some decent blocks. But besides Idah scoring 2 goals, I thought Rio Atate was outstanding tonight, and I thought Alistair Johnson was brilliant. I thought he battled really well. So we'll get through the comments. There's 32 people tuning in. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. I'm trying to get this up to 18,800 by the end of this window. So we're about 50 away. Trusty looked like the CCV figure tonight. Yeah, in the second half, he looked really composed and stuck in, and it was never a penalty. He got the ball first, and then obviously the player went into him, but there was never a penalty, and it's shocking. So who will Celtic play? Celtic will play Bayern Munich or Real Madrid in the playoffs. The Champions League, I'll show you right now. That's what I upload this onto the screen so you can see this, just to give you as perspective of what's happening here. So let me upload this, and I can show you right how this kind of work. So the Champions League dates, there you go. The first legs are on between the 11th and the 12th of February, which is literally around the corner, 2 weeks away. And then the second legs is the following week, which would be the 18th to the 19th. Decent games, as I said, but we'll either be going to the Allianz Arena or the Santiago Bernabeu. So Bernabeu, sorry. But yeah, that's the playoffs there. This is the format, how it works. I just need to get rid of this comment for a second. This comment, there we are there. So over the far right hand side, we finished 21st. So this is how it's going to work with the playoffs. Interesting times, and then it goes into the round of 16, and then it goes into the quarterfinals, and then the semi-finals, and then the final. And the finals if the finals in Bayern Munich Stadium, so we're not even thinking of that. Imagine, like let's put the dreamland talk on for a minute, right? Imagine we got Bayern Munich, which it's sort of between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Imagine we beat Bayern Munich. Imagine we got to the final. I know this is probably you thinking I'm on the glue or something. What I'm saying is, imagine we beat Bayern Munich and then went all the way to the final and played in Munich again. Crazy talk, absolute crazy talk. But at the BBC have City to play Bayern or Barca. It's just the draw's going to be soon anyway. I think it's Friday. Thinking of Celtic away at Madrid makes me want to cry, man. Well, the last time we went to Madrid, we got hammered, to be honest. But Jota came up with a piece of magic. I'll give you everything I own. What do you own? What do you own? What's valuable? A guitar? Can I take the guitar? Has to be clear and obvious before VAR can overturn the penalty award. How clear and obvious that it was a disaster decision, you know. Take it. Any new signs can play in that game. Yes. So Jota can play in the playoffs. Anyone else that comes in the door can play in the playoffs. If we get Tierney, we get Kvista Garden in by Monday. Look, I think Celtic will push to get Tierney in by this weekend. I know I've heard this weeks upon weeks from me, and it's the same crap, but I really believe coming towards the end of the window with that pre-contract in place, Celtic have made it clear, Rodgers has made it clear that they do want to push for Tierney in this window, but they don't want to be disrespectful towards Arsenal. Arsenal have 4 left backs on the roster. They're looking to clear it out anyway. So now you can play. Jota can play in the playoff. Jota can play in the next round. Idah will be out for the first leg of the playoffs, folks. Just to let you know, because he has a 2-match ban. So, look, would it be in a different game tonight with Idah? Would it be in a different game with CCV? Would it be in a different game where if Kyogo was still with us? You don't know. We don't know. We could say, yeah, it could have been a different game, but we'll never know the outcome of that. But I thought the boys made a good counter self, you know. Yeah, it's 2 matches. Here, look, I'll show you now. Bud. There you go. First legs, second legs. That's from the UEFA website. That's the way it's laid out. So that's the format. We're over on the right hand side. So win that playoff, we go into play the next stage into the round of 16. Playing that second. No, we play them playoff rounds. It's so confusing at times, but we're into the playoffs. We're playing in 2 weeks' time. It'd be different if he recognised there was danger of the ball passing cleared out. What do we mean by that? Are we talking about Idah? Are we? Plays for Idah tonight. A terrible start, but we grew into the match. Like, honestly, when that second goal went in for Aston Villa, I was like, this is gonna be a fucking maul, and this is gonna be 4 or 5-0. Wait and you see. But once that we got that goal back, I was like, you know what? Didn't get time to think about the second goal because it was that quick, straight from the baton back into the mix. And yeah, they'd be celebrating that they beat us 4-2, and they're this and that. I thought for the club, like Villa have the amount of money Aston Villa have is ridiculous. compared to Celtic. Yeah, we have 60 odd million or 70 million in the bank, but Villa are rolling in maybe 4 times the amount of money that we have with the Premier League, and they have Champions League money as well on top of what we have. But TV money is ridiculous in the Premier League, as we know. You know, Idah is Cam under pressure opposite of Kyogo, but people have been saying that for the last few weeks on this channel and across the platforms that was Kyogo head. Obviously, his head was torn. He wanted to move away from Celtic. Was he just not in it? I know in his final game against Young Boys, he scored 3 goals that night and they were disallowed, but the body motion was there for a while, and I know why he played it down this channel. The likes of Paul said it on the comments. Keith, I told you against Ross County, didn't celebrate. There's something weird going on there. But look at Kyogo's in the past now. Let's get Matisse in. Matisse Kavistagarden. I'm just a bit. I know as much as we're fans and we want players in the door. It's crazy to think Celtic could be paying realistically 23 million in this window. You're looking at the Jota fee, right? And then on top of that, the 3 million for Tierney if Tierney comes in the loan fee. And then Kavistagarden as well. They're probably looking about 10 to 13 million. They'll probably pay 10 million, and then the add-ons will accumulate up to 13.5. So look at Alistair Johnson was brilliant tonight. I thought Alistair was fantastic. I thought he was a proper fighter out there, a proper warrior. And I love someone that look Rio Atate. You know, as much as I slate him at times and I say his head's not in it, I thought he played well, and plus he had a chance towards the end, and it went past the post, the left hand side post. But yeah, it was great seeing Idah scoring, but that hopefully he picks his confidence up. I just think with the Champions League, players do strive in these games at the end of the day. Just madness. But it'll help him. I'll do him the world of good. Seriously, Keith, Rogers bringing on a guy who hasn't given a minute against Ross County. Shock. Who are we talking about? Was it Daniel Cummins? Was it? Valley's gone. It's confirmed. Fabrizio Bernardo confirmed earlier on that Alex Valley's completed his move to Como, and Barcelona triggered a new deal with him as well, and there's an extra 6 million in there, something like that. But Como have to pay to Barcelona, so Barcelona will have to pay a fee to us as well, exit fee. Taylor's position was so good tonight. It was, you know, he was pretty decent, and you have to, as I said, give the pundits where he deserves, because he got down that left flank, and I thought Callum McGregor, you know, wasn't the prolific passing from Callum McGregor, wasn't the prolific pushing from Callum McGregor, but the nitty-gritty stuff defended quite well. And I know some people are probably thinking, Keats, we're after getting beaten 4-2, and you're praising a team like we beat Villa. I'm praising because we're going against a team that's played really well in the Champions League, and we were the first team to score against them this season at Villa Park. So we got to take credit for that. Not just 1 goal, 2 goals, you know. He'd be in the playoffs because he was in the Conference League roster with Shamrock Rovers. That's the reason why he wasn't in it. So hopefully, look, I think people need to relax with Johnny Kenny. I know he's an option. I completely understand he's an option, but calm down. He came on against Ross County and he had a bit of a spark for a few minutes, and everybody's boasting him out to be like, oh, he can really cut the sauce and all. It's like, calm down. We'll see what happens. And I hope he does. I really do. But we need to get Kavistagarden in. And we need another centre back because Scales is enough for it. The problem is with Scales is he was atrocious at times in the game. Like, as I said, the first goal, shocking. Second goal, cracking goal. Third goal, counter attack. His positioning, well, in their half, got filled off pace wise, and then the fourth goal, Dane Murray, you know, it's a too much suspension. Yeah, we can appeal it, but look, thoughts on Schmeichel's performance. Passed the ball out give the ball away. Obviously, he made up for it with a good save. I thought he pulled off some decent, 3 or 4 decent saves tonight. Looked a bit rattled at times, but look, he's a good guy. He's given us a couple of clean sheets in the Champions League, and I'm not going to talk too bad about Kasper because I think Kasper's been a revelation since he came in. And look, Joe was a good servant to the club, and we all love Joe Hart. And Kasper and Joe are different characters. Yet they're best friends, and you know, during a long time. But that doesn't matter when it goes out the window when you're playing for Celtic. It doesn't matter about your personal life. And I thought Kasper done well. I just thought he didn't realise that he was going to get pressed that quick with the ball, with the pressure from Villa. But yeah, so the situation with Lewis Palmer, it looks like Olympiacos are the favourites to land them. I was reading a report there about literally half time that they're looking to get him. I don't know if it's going to be a loan move or it's going to be a permanent move, but they're the favourites to land them in this window anyway. Thought we played really well, just unlucky on the night. As I said, we just didn't have that quality in our squads. As I said, we were missing Dazin, we were missing Jota. The Kyogo exit would have been a kick in the teeth for us as well. But Idah stepped up tonight and scored, as a striker should do. And missing James Forrest as well. I know some of you probably roll your eyes and don't rate James Forrest in the Champions League game, but it's having options there. And look, they give Daniel Cummins a chance to go out there, even though it was minimum minutes. He got a chance out there to play tonight on the highest stage of club football, and I'll give Brendan that. And most of all, obviously, Cameron Carter-Vickers, of course, is about to touch on him next. Vickers' miss tonight was a nightmare. Because I'm not saying that would we have not conceded more goals, or would he have been better in defence? Would it be more sturdy with DCV in there? It just depends. Some players just crack. Some players just have a bad start. And as I said, I thought Liam got back into it for a good while, and then the third goal, his confidence went, you know. Yang being better playing with 10. I thought Yang played all right in the first half, and then he just went to the Sunders like Palma on the beach in Greece. Sounds about right. 100% urban culture. So, folks, if you haven't tuned into my channel before, or this is your first time, do subscribe. All I'm asking is new subscribers. It's free of charge on the YouTube channel. If you want to go an extra level and join the membership for 99 pence, all beans, every little helps at the end of the day. But you watching is number one. We can make an account ourselves in Europe now, and we finished the campaign on 12 points. And I'll be honest, as I said this on the channel, when the draw was done, I wrote us off against Villa anyway. But going down there with a phenomenal support, 30,000 Celtic fans in Birmingham today, and portions of last night as well. Unbelievable. But class, absolute class. And to score away in the Champions League, when I'm sure the English press will be criticising Celtic all they want, but it's what we know about our club. We know our strengths, and it's a match done. We're into the playoffs. We beat Bratislava. We beat Red Bull. We beat Young Boys. We got a draw against Bruges. We got a draw against Zagreb. We got a draw. Who else did we get a draw against? Atalanta. So, yeah. 8 fantastic games. You know, the Dortmund game, it was a lesson. A big lesson learned. And Borussia Dortmund says everything. Like, Champions League finals. Yeah, Atalanta, yeah. So yeah, that was a big result. Atalanta bouncing back, and I was edgy against Atalanta when we got them in the Champions League. I was like, Europa League finalists playing, and then we're playing Champions League finalists. So it was always against us, but we done well over in Italy. Big credit that night. Good first half. We had some spells in the second half. I thought we would have got another equaliser. I just think we kind of. I think Villa once they got that third goal, it was just we dipped down. I thought Kuhn played all right. Tried to get into the game. Wish he tested the keeper more, but yeah. So scales to rent. Look at. He wasn't up for it tonight. He wasn't up for that Ibrox, and I know these are the games that a lot of people remember first of all because these are the bigger games. But the end of the day, he's had some really good performances in the Celtic shirt in the Champions League as well. So he needs. I don't know what Scales needs, to be honest. Like I can't keep picking up from him. He just needs to get more game time and stop being feeling too comfortable on the ball at times, because teams are going to press on you, especially in Europe. You don't get that 10 minutes of the ball, and I know in the league you're playing against players that are not at that fitness level, but you get punished in Europe, and we all know. But we were missing like the bench. The bench was always looked weak. But look at Yang not good enough. Ingles off flair, but not tough enough. Sheena from Cork. Look at Arnie Ingles. Looked like he was bullied off the balls at times. But I've been impressed with Arnie Ingles since he came in the door. As I said, I think he's had his ups and downs, and you evaluate this at the end of the season when we have a treble. Hopefully, have a treble in our pocket, and all the goals and the assists and the performances all contribute at the end, at the final hurdle. But View, Mister, what team said you were watching the Celtic reserve team? It wasn't the Celtic reserve team. Look at there was players there that came through the youth academy, and there's players that gave a chance, and you give Brendan that, but it is what it is. You can't win everything. So we were going down there underdogs, and we put on performance. We took chances at Villa. Idah scored a phenomenal first goal and brilliant setup, brilliant build-up play for the second goal, and good point. Pegleg, good point. Dropping 2 points against Zagreb, really hitting us now. Doesn't get any harder. Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. Regardless who we get, regardless if it, we all know it's going to be Real Madrid or Bayern Munich anyway. Regardless of the opposition in the Champions League, you're going into the business end. It was always going to be hard caliber. I completely understand we would have been seeded if we got them 2 points at Zagreb, and if we got them 2 points against Bruges, but it is what it is, Celtic or City to face Real in the playoffs. As I said, bring on whoever. Big Idah was excellent. Idah injured late, signing of Hearts captain on the cards. No, I wouldn't touch Shankland. Not a chance. Maybe last season he looked like he was on fire, but nah, that one Shankland. I've kind of changed my opinion about Shankland over the last kind of year. I think thinks he's bigger than he is, and I think that blue nose mentality as well just wouldn't suit well. Whereas I know we've had players that played for Rangers in the past, and I just think Shankland definitely not for me. We need 2 players before Monday. Of course, we do. A tough centre half and a striker. And what about Tierney? I was joking. See, it's hard to pick up the language by typing. So as I always say to my friends and my family, don't send me a text message, send me a voice clip so I know what you mean. I can. Morosky would have been good for us, 100%. I was all for Morosky ahead of Idah in the summer, but obviously he went to Girona in La Liga, so and they're doing shocking this season. If Idah's injured, they might splash out that 12 million. It could be 13 million, Matthew, but they're looking at 14.5. We got bushwhacked early, didn't we? Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, the positives from this is Yes, you could see 2 goals within the first 10 minutes, and it looks really embarrassing. But to get back into it against a good caliber side, like if that was a team you're playing bottom of the table in the Champions League, like Young Boys, say we were playing Young Boys away, you'd be mortified. So you take positives of getting back into it. Yes, we didn't win the game, and we left with nothing. But the positives is Idah has scored 2 goals, ended that 15 games grudge. That's the positive. Positive is you got to see Daniel Cummins come on and make his senior debut. Dane Murray came on, which look, he had a bad game for the 4 goal. But look, it just shows when you take teams for granted, they're going to capitalise regardless at the end or not. You know. Bayern from Munich in Germany. We only lost 2 games so far. We should be proud of it. 100%. 100%. I think some of the games some of the draws did feel like defeats because there were teams out there for the taking, like Zagreb and Bruges. But look at Bruges. Bruges were organised. Bruges scored a goal scored in the Etihad tonight as well. So I know they lost the game, but yeah, Scales is like Freddy Krueger nightmare. But this is what I'm trying to say to you: is like Scales did have a nightmare, but you have to back these players. They're not going to play. Scales probably won't be in the matchday squad if it's City or Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You know? It is what it is. Let me have a look. Fabricio Romero. Let me just check this, right? You know what? I'm just going to put it on my laptop. I'm going to stay on for another 10, 15 minutes. While I'm here. Let me see this here. If anyone could subscribe, there's 100 people tuning in. It'd be really appreciated if you can jump on or press that red and white button below and subscribe to the channel. It's free of charge, folks. So all I'm asking is just to give me a little bit extra support. Let's see, for Fabricio Romero. Champions League toy on Friday. Let me see. This is his predictions. I'm trying to see this here. Teams officially qualified the Champions League. It's Jesus, you won't stop talking about this guy, the Villa guy. But yeah. Here the Rangers get. they're in the Europa League. They're in the Europa League, so they'll be enjoying that Thursday night football. Well, we're living it up on the Tuesday or Wednesday in 2 weeks' time. So look, it's been a good season, really good season, and we take a lot of positives from this season compared to last season. And I know we're getting stronger under Rodgers, and yeah, Brendan does come out and does criticize the fans for not cheering them on when it's 0-0, and yeah, he does get his tactics wrong. But at the end of the day, he's given us a double last season. He's given us a treble. He's actually given us 2 trebles, and he got us a League Cup before he left as well. So the first time around. Yeah, look, I don't really get any. To be honest with you, Laura, I'm quite blessed in this channel that I don't really get people that come in and annoy me. Like, I don't get that kind of. Would you want to call it label as blue clutter? I don't really get that. So I'm blessed in that way. When I used to do TikTok lives during COVID, I used to get a lot of that. I used to get a lot of like people. All means people can dash flags in and send Union Jacks in. I don't really care about that nonsense. But when they're talking about other stuff, yeah, it just like I'm lucky like that. I don't get that kind of stuff, you know. We need some rockers. Bring on Real Madrid and the boys. Regardless, as I said, regardless who we get, we're gonna have a difficult game, and at least we're into this stage. Can we all agree that we're into the playoffs and we should be happy? Until we rid ourselves of Scales, Yang, Palmer, Trusty. Come on. Jesus, Trusty still hasn't had a full season. Yang, I completely agree with you. Scales, I think Scales just needs to get a bit of game time and start feeling a bit more confident. He's just lacking a bit of confidence at the moment, and I think he's feeling a bit under pressure as well. Trusty, as I said, it's a bit early to say that, you know. In says, did we not get told no way fans if they sell pyro again? Well, look at UEFA. Obviously, didn't. It's not really. I don't really care about the pyro. I know we get fined and stuff. I'm sure they'll be in the papers tomorrow, pissed off because Celtic fans were singing about Lizzie and stuff like that. Look at it's football, and they need to understand as well that a portion of our fans. A good portion of our fans come from an Irish background, and you know, history is there. As much as people don't want to hear it in football stadiums, history is there. And when you come in Glasgow and you have that opposition against you and what they sing against you, what do you expect? It's week in, week out, these songs are sung, and it's no different if it's Villa Park or if it's Dingwall. You know, our fans are phenomenal. And they were outstanding tonight, singing from the start to the end. And obviously, they went up another level when we got the equaliser. They're absolutely unbelievable. You know, it was never a penalty. Never a penalty. Still proud of the boys. On to the next one. Idah, well, truly done. Shut the doubters up. As I said, Michelle, said on the channel, people need to lay off Adam Idah. Yes, if we were second place, and if we were chasing Rangers or Aberdeen, it'd be a different story. I'd be screaming, saying, "Get out the door! He's bleeding door! He's shy!" But I'm the opposite. I'm like, give the man a bit of chance. When you're down on your luck, what does people do around you? They support you, and the Celtic support are known across the world for being the best supporters in the world. So back the fucking players. Stop slating the players. Stop jumping and saying this player's pissed, that player's pissed, this player. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what I think. What matters is what the manager thinks. That's what matters. That's what matters. Remember, you can type all you want and moan and say this and say that. It won't mean jack sauce because Brendan Rodgers has his mindset. And if he's right what he picks and he delivers, that's the most important thing. And I guarantee in May, we won't be sitting back and saying, oh, Adam Idah had 15 games. He wasn't scoring. We could have had a bigger goal difference. Or we could have had this. We could have had that. What matters is the league trophies in the bag. That's what matters. That's the most important things. That's the most important thing. So I'm not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer here in any ways. I'm just putting you out straight as it is. Yous are amazing Celtic fans, and yous are passionate, and yous want the best for the club. But Brendan has to deliver it more than we want it. So it's up to him to get the best out of Adam. It's up to him to get the best out of Scales. It's up to him to get the best out of Yang. And he may not get the best out of them. Maybe they're not up for the standard. And if they're not up for the standard, I'm sure they will have that conversation in summer, say, well, let's reevaluate. We're gonna bring in a new centre back. And I think you should go off and get minutes somewhere and try somewhere else. Simple, you know. So Keith, do that again. What was it? What did I do? What did I do? You sound like Tavernier there, Thomas. Disappointing tonight. But remember, we're in the playoffs. Positive. Well, that goal at the start of the season. Well, look, that was our goal at the start of the season. Correct, Thomas. You're on the button. It was our goal, and we've achieved it. As I said this already to a lot of people, and I'll say this again. Getting into the Champions League playoffs is like fucking winning the trophy. Simple as. Because you're getting that 60 million of getting through the league phase. You're getting the extra 6 million. You only get 3 million when you win the Scottish League of the SFA. So getting 6 million into the playoffs, there you go. Trophy in itself. Prize money in itself. Idah will kick on. Touch wood, he will. But this is the problem, Oban Kulchi. If he doesn't score a Motherwell on Sunday, you're going to have the doubters out again, shouting and moaning, oh, he's not good enough. Oh, what about his 9 million? What about this? What about that? He's shite. He does it against Villa, but you can't do it. He can't do it at Fair Park. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You're going to get that. And throw and throttle them. Brendan. And the players play the way they were told. Exactly, they do. That's the ethos. That is what they're getting paid a wage for. They're getting paid to play a certain way. And if they don't suit that system and they don't suit that performance or don't suit going out there and playing the Brendan Rodgers way, the Glasgow Celtic way, they ain't good enough for that system and they ain't good enough to fight for their places. You know? The game giving out about players. So saying like I'm not here to give out about players. I'm here to back the team. And some players are just not at the level. And this is why I said reevaluate them in the summer. But let's see, we'll be grand. Bam, Laura, she's talking shit. Nah, she's not. Laura's great. Laura's always in the button. He's the defender. His job's to defend, not play centre forward and lose 2 goals. Look at it was counter-attack. Simple as. And yes, it was poor defending from Liam Scales. But there's no point of being harsh on them. We'll move on. We're into the playoffs. If that game cost us the playoff spotlight tonight, I'd be having a different conversation on this. I would be probably arguing and screaming and losing my plot. Massive thank you very much as well to Ian Thompson, 119. I forgot to give you a shout out there, Ian. And thanks you to everyone to, watching the channel. How's it going, Graham? I hope you're doing well. Great performance against a decent side. Proud of the boys. Let's see a few quality signings in the next couple of days. Get Kieran Tierney deal done. Great show, Keith. I'm glad you joined the show. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. I'm going to praise myself for the change. Fucking deserve, It's my opinion. Of course. You're well welcome to say your opinion. Monday's going to be a very interesting deadline. And you know what? I'll be doing a 2-hour special on Monday for you. So God effing help you. I'll be going live. I will be going live at 9 o'clock, maybe 8:45 on Monday night. I will be tired. I'll be cranky, just to put out there, folks. I'm up at 4 o'clock on the early hours of Monday morning to fly back to Glasgow to work for the full day, and then finish work. I might have a little siesta nap, and I'll get on it. So if Keith's not looking happy and cranky, or Keith's looking unhappy and cranky, if he has his time of the month, leave him be. But I should be a roller coaster. Should be a roller coaster, because hopefully Tierney be in the door. You believe that Robbie Keane scenes at the front doors, screaming when Tierney arrives. We're playing literally the holes of the trophy last year, and we played against. Here, look, we played against the finalists of the trophy last year as well, and we played against the finalists of the Europa League, or the winners of the Europa League. Sorry, and we got a draw against them. The fence is the only thing that let us down tonight. Going forward, we looked a consistent threat. I think we should have had more going forward. I know that sounds a bit spoiled, but I just think we could have had a chance. CCV will be with us for a while. He'll be fine. The club won't be spending money on him. He won't be going to Bayern Leverkusen anyway. Agree, Graham. Thanks, Michelle. I suppose Palmer is world class. No, Palmer's not world class. Definitely not. Palmer was decent last season, but that's why he's getting his milk to grease. 100%. Who was fit to play Sunday? Well, Moyet to be back. Jota. You never know. When we see Jota on Sunday. James Forrest is still out, The captain was found out not for the first time. Forward pass is alien to him. Oh, for God's sake, lay off him. Yeah, he has times where he's been found out. He can't be always 100% captain. Scott Brown had bad games as well. Remember that? But He's a captain that's obviously leaded us to Champions League victories. That's leaded us to Champions League playoff football. Yes, he was at times he was found out, but he still has in the tank. Look at some people have said this to me as well. Only for these goals this season, a lot of people be saying he's at having a poor season. If you want me to rate him out, I'd say he's about 7 this season, pushing a 7. You know, we played Bayern before and we lost 2-1. Callum scored. Yeah, that was Brendan's first time around as well. So there's 95 people tuning in. I'm all in it for the subs. We have 2 more new subs. So if you can get on that and move that up a little bit, move that up. I'm up to 400 subscribers. We're all right. Not bad for it. Tierney be playing on Sunday. Hope so. You never know. We get a big announcement on Friday. No matter what the result, that's it. I take pride. For tonight. I'm not coming on this moaning. Oh, we were looking shy. We were brutal. Laura's a wee star. We're going to jump out now in a second anyway. We need a left back. Kyogo won't be. Maeda, sorry, not Kyogo. Maeda won't be eligible for the first game at Parkhead, and Jota won't be fit enough. I agree with you. Jota probably won't be fit enough, Caden. That's what I'm saying. Some Celtic fans need to just a bit of patience with Jota as well. CCV back and Tierney. I mean, hold on. Rock on Glasgow. How's it going, Michelle Van Hisenberg? How are you getting on? Exactly, Cal, like club professional. I'm fed up watching the same mistakes at certain players getting a start. They don't deserve it. But these certain players still have us top of the league. These certain players still have us a superior goal difference. These same players have us in the Champions League playoffs. These same players have us won a League Cup. So there's no point of completely dropping the tools. You know, there's no point of dropping the tools and saying Callum's this, he's not good enough. He's been found out a couple of times. He's played nearly 500 games for the club. Appreciate him. Because it's very hard to get a captain like him in modern day football. Regardless if you're playing in Scottish football. He's leading us to Champions League success, as in getting into past the league phase. Him and the team, you know. So Exactly. You know, Jota's not played for 4 weeks. He was training in Lisbon. Smile, we are still in the big cup. Exactly. And our name is on the big cup as well. It's over there somewhere. Let me see. Can I show you? I don't know. You see that there? See that there, folks? Celtic. Don't see the Rangers on this. You'll never see them on it. Yeah. Should we have conquered Maldini from years ago? Oh, what a guy. I got the honour to meet Paolo Maldini. What a guy. Honestly. He was something else. Him and Zanetti. Neste. I know I'm talking about Inter Milan and AC Milan here. Stam. Cafu. Look, we had our own quality little players as well, like our Didier Getz, our Bobby Pettis, our Kieran Tierney's, our Virgil van Dijk's, our I'm not gonna put Tyler Blackett in the category by any chance. But yeah, we had our own. Look at Charlie McGrew. He done a show for Celtic, you know. People forget about Charlie. You got the honour to meet Charlie. Charlie follows the page. He's a nice guy. Funny bastard, but he's a nice guy. You know, Laura, you drunk? What cup is that? It's the European Cup, the big one. If he's wondering where I got that, I got that off DH Gate, by the way. I'm not slagging the team. I just said Scales is mince. He was brutal tonight, but he's had some really good performances as well. I always say this about Scales. People need to realise Scales held that defense last season when with so many injuries and rotations. He was consistent. So I know that's last season, but he'll get there. He'll get there. And so tell me, Brendan Rodgers, say, look, I completely agree with you. This one, I understand. He's skillful. He has agility. He has pace, but he doesn't have an end product. And I think Brendan needs to realise this. As much as we have faith in the manager, we need to get rid of Yang and send him alone somewhere. Regards to Palmer has potential there, but he just hasn't done it in over a year. That's the problem with Palmer. We've seen the goals he scored outside the box, the free kicks, the skill. It's just it's there, but it's just shocking. Shocking. Yeah, he did provide assists, but he doesn't. As I said, it's the actual 46 games, 2 goals. That's not good enough for me. I don't see that good enough. What's this? I have a gift for you for the setup. What's this say? This is shaping to be a great season. As I said, this is going to be one of the biggest seasons in Celtic's history. And I know a lot of you think I'm nuts when I say that, but you win a treble, you get into the Champions League playoffs. We haven't done that in a long, long, long time. When was the last time we actually got into, I don't think in modern day, I think the last time we got into a knockout stage of a European competition and win a treble, as in Champions League, win a treble, you're going back, or European Cup / Champions League, you're going back to the Jock Stein days. Yeah, we won a treble with Martin O'Neill, but we didn't get into the Champions League knockout stages, Yes, with Martin O'Neill, we got into U8. He's not SPL material. Henrik thought people were harsh on Yang before tonight. He hasn't Champions League. He's not, he's the wrong gender. What's this? So, who plays in front of Yang or Palmer tonight? Talk sense. We didn't really have any other options, but Yang or Palmer, we could pick. So yeah. See what happens. I'd rather gift it and let you reveal it though. What's the reveal? Court's alright. Court's the man. Court's staying where he is. The missus got me that for Christmas. Can't be moving Court. Court's the man. Nothing's getting put into that wall. And I know a few of you have moaned in the channel and gave me suggestions about he tone the colours green. Well, I'm sorry. My beautiful roke that looks like Monsters Inc. ain't getting moved. I'm not changing the colour of my gaff to keep you all happy. The gaff is happy. Lavender looks great. The lavender's great. Larson lavender. So that's what I'm gonna call it all day. Yang is okay going forward, but sadly lacks the attributes to be a winger. Correct, Rory. Cannot cross, shoot or finish. There's something about the scouting staff. I just think it was a cheap option, to be honest. Scarf's class. Yeah, I bought that scarf. Well, actually, my best mate Dave got me that scarf. Got me that scarf. We went to do this. We done the stadium tour last year and he picked it up for me. Oh, 100%. 100%. The man who sold the world's favourite song. I know he didn't write that David Bowie song, but Kurt Cobain's version is unreal. And then the lyrics have come as you are, and it's obviously in gold. The missus done well. One of our friends over in the East End he actually done, if anyone's from the East End, if you know that pub, the Dug and Duck, there's paintings on the side of the wall. Art design, he done that. So he's done my picture as well. So yeah, that's a little tip for you. So yeah. Yeah, look at Palmer thinks he's bleeding Ronaldo. I've said it so many times. Court is the man. Courtney Love had 100%, 10K bounty, 100%. I know that's completely off the topic. Palmer is Jota's brother who prefers cricket. No, he prefers salsa dancing, to be honest. Yeah, look, it is what it is. Could have done that. That's what I mean. There's no depths. So the best we can do, cope. Well, James is going to come back. Maeda is going to come back. Jota is going to come in. So that's your depth. And we have Keane on the other side as well. You know, sell Palmer, Lagerbielke, and get Kvistagaard and get Alistair in. Perfect window. We are looking at Sondre Alistair, but I don't know how it's going. It could be like this is what kind of freaks me out. We could be paying 30 million in this window altogether for players. 3 for Tierney, 7 for Sondre Alistair. So that brings up to 10, right? 8 for Kvistagaard, and just say write it off at 12. 8 for Jota, 12 for Kvistagaard. That's 30 million. 30 million in a transfer window in January. What is going on? Madness. I know we sold Kyogo for 10, but yeah. I've been in that pub a few times, didn't like it. Same here. Didn't like it myself. But anyways, folks, I'm going to leave it there tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I won't be back tomorrow night for a podcast unless Tierney is confirmed or there's big works going on. I'll jump back on for a half an hour or something. So I really appreciate all these tuning in. As I said, if you want to join the membership, every little helps. Appreciate it. And I was going to say, have any more new subscribers? No more new subscribers. Actually lost a subscriber. Oh, fuck you, so. Look, thanks very much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a good one. Hell.